All right, round two, and we're on the draw, and I think I am going to keep this hand. We don't have the blue mana yet for Sarkin, but we've got a good, uh, you know, land to spell distribution. We at least have plays, so nothing wrong with that. Do I want to play Guardian Shieldbearer as a piker? Kind of tempted, to be honest, because we can go Shieldbearer into Segmented Crotique. We miss out on this value, but I'm not sure it matters. Feel like I'm going to be busy doing stuff over the next few turns. I'm going to go for it. Tremoka. All right, well, got some fixing to do. Still no plays? That's pretty interesting. That was a good draw. Need to get into Dramoka territory. And no removal. All right. Certainly curious what my opponent's got. He's got to be playing something big here. Can't imagine taking this long to play his first spell. Oh. All right. It's pretty good. Guess it technically, I mean, takes him out of Pyrotechnic's range. Tormenting Voice. All right, so let's play the voice ditching. Maybe Stampeding Elkherd, but I guess you could argue Sarkin. It's not a good argument, mind you, but it is an argument. Let's Tormenting Voice, and let's ditch. The reason I don't want to ditch the dragons is just because how good. Can you imagine having two dragons out with Dramoka? It's just insane. So I'm pretty tempted to do the Stampeding Elkherd, but Sarkin does seem like a pretty realistic one to do since I don't have the blue mana and I'm 1 mana from playing Stampeding Elkherd. But I'm also, I mean, once I get my 5th land, I'm just going to play Dramoka. Alright, I guess I'll ditch the Stampeding Elkherd. I can't in good conscience get rid of a Sarkin, especially drawing a blue mana. So let's play the Hardened Berserker here and then pass. So now I guess what I kind of want to do is play Sarkin, get Dragon, and then play Dramoka, and that way I can bolster and have a Sarkin out. So if he attacks with this, we'll just take it. I may just play Dramoka next turn. I mean, it's pretty dependent on what he does. Playing Sarkin, getting Dragon, then next turn playing Dramoka is pretty good. All right, he does have Formidable. Now I'm a little more tempted to just go Pyrotechnics, 2 to the bear, let him regen, get in for 3, 5, 7, 9 when all is said and done. Oh, okay. Well, that's actually pretty acceptable considering we want to drop Dramoka. Yeah, that's not bad either. He can't regen either. That's pretty good. So I can play Sarkin, spit out a dragon, attack for 3. Or I can play Dramoka, or I can... So I can attack with Berserker. That's tough. So I can attack for... Maybe I just attack for 5 here, actually. I think we just attack. He can't regen. So my next spell is cheaper. He takes it. So I could actually bait with Shockmaw Dragon. If he's got removal, he'll just take that out. And then I can still follow up with Dramoka. The next turn and still bolster from Shockmaw Dragon attack. Or I can play Sarkin, spit out a dragon, but it's going to die if he attacks with both. I think Dramoka is probably just the play. But like I said, Shockmaw Dragon makes better use of the mana. And what that does is lets me play Dramoka next turn. It's not lethal either way. Any way you slice it, it's not lethal. I think I'm going to play Shockmaw Dragon. Like I said, if he's got removal, I'd much rather him do it on a Shockmaw Dragon than like Dramoka. I mean, granted, it's giving me 1 less power and toughness, and it's kind of making me play Dramoka next turn, but I just don't want him to take out Dramoka, I guess. Okay. So he can do Formidable now. I think the play now is likely just Sarkin. Spit out a Dragon Pass. Yeah, that's fine. So chump block the Manifest. Dragon can block Dragon Scarred Bear. If he has removal for Dragon, still chump block and chump with the Berserker on the Bear. We're still in fine shape. I'm trying to find a way that I just kill him next turn. If I drop Dramoka, I don't think there's a way to play Dramoka and Pyrotechnics in the same turn. Even if I'm getting 2 extra mana from Sarkin and Berserker, that's only 8. If I draw land, I have 9, and then I can maybe Pyrotechnics plus... No, there's just no way to get to 10. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So he did attack Sarkin. Sarkin's going to die, but we're still in pretty good shape. Yeah, I think we actually kill him now that I think about it. Because we get to go Epic Confrontation on Dragon Scarred Bear. He has to regen. It's going to tap it down. We get in for 8 and Pyrotechnics his face. UPS or ups. Oh, oops. Like he forgot to regen it. It doesn't actually matter. He'll find that out shortly. I don't have to show him Pyrotechnics, by the way, but you know what? I'm just going to end the game. All right. Return to the Earth was underneath it. Main deck Return to the Earth is certainly problematic since we're pretty dragon-based, but that's okay. All right. So opponent did not do much that game. He had a very slow start. I think we will bring the Naturalize in for the pacifism, just because why not? And probably just ditch out on the Servant of the Scale plan. I certainly don't mind main decking Servant of the Scale. There's some matches where I'm probably going to be pretty happy I have 3 of them. Like hyper aggro matches where they've got a lot of X1s, 2-1s or whatever. Servant of the Scale is going to be amazing there. But I'd much rather have a Naturalize for a Pacifism at the moment, since Pacifism is such a good card. Removal-wise, we can't do anything about it. I don't think I need anything else, though. So let's run it like this. Yeah, I guess we keep this. I wish I had a dragon to reveal, but I guess we could still potentially draw one. But having Safeguard Sentinel, Scaleguard Sentinel rather, into Epic Confrontation is pretty good. Tarka Monument is a fine draw. That way, any land draw we have at least gets us red mana, which is nice. Alright, Beastbreaker. Alright. Oop. Let's drop the Sentinel here. Don't have a dragon to reveal, but that's alright. See if he Epic Confrontates our Scaleguard Sentinels. Well, he's probably got Tread Upon, so I guess we'll just take it. And then if he taps out, I think that's a pretty good opportunity to use Epic Confrontation, but I kind of want to drop the Monument or the Berserker. If I drop the Berserker and I draw a land, I probably just want to kill that Morph, I think. That's a little bit challenging. Well, it's tough to predict what the Morphs are now, so if he's just attacking, then I think I attack with Sentinel since I'm not blocking, not playing around Tread Upon. And I can do Berserker or I can do Monument. Berserker puts more pressure on the board and still lets me cast an Elk Herd if I draw a land, so I think we'll go Berserker. Or Pyrotechnics too, if I draw land. So I think Berserker is actually the right play here. Because, especially if he's just going to try and race. It does seem like Tread Upon, because Center Soul wouldn't have been able to kill my Sentinel. So my guess is Tread Upon, which means I'm going to have to be conscious of that while I've got Epic Confrontation. Hmm. All right. So it looks like he likely just wants to play Tread Upon defensively. I still don't want to offer the trade, though. Yeah, and he missed his land drop, which is important to note. Looks like we're going to miss our land drop, too, but that's okay. So do I want to let him Tread Upon? I kind of don't. I think we just... guess I can Monument, attack, he treads upon, I still get to Tormenting Voice. That might actually be better now that I think about it. Alright, so we'll swing with both. He's going to tread upon, kill our Berserker is my guess. We're going to go Monument plus Tormenting Voice, ditching maybe Profaner of the Dead? Granted, it's a rare, but... oh, he got the Sinner Soul. Alright. So it was Sinner Soul. Can I do something about that one? I guess not. Guess I can eat his morph with Epic Confrontation now instead of Tormenting Voice. Actually kind of like that. Alright. Yeah, we're going to do that. So he eats our guy. We go Monument. And then we go Epic Confrontation. Because that's pro-red and eat his morph. Which I like. Hidden Dragon Slayer. Yeah, I would say we made the correct choice there. Alright. Profaner of the Dead could get some use, but I think now we just need a land and we'll Pyrotechnics that guy, and then I would say we're in pretty good shape. Definitely don't... ooh. Definitely wanted to land there. So I guess we Tormenting Voice now. Ditching, I guess probably Dragon. Alright, Naturalize is pretty nice actually, so I guess we'll attack. No blocks. So we'll see what happens here. I think we naturalize. Like, granted, I can Pyrotechnics, but my thing is, I still feel like he's got Tread Upon in his hand, so the reason I'm doing this combat step is because it gives him Vigilance, so we want him to lose Vigilance if he's going to swing at us. And now he's definitely incentivized to play something, so I can try to play around Tread Upon. It looks like I can. Okay. That's pretty reasonable. So I can Pyrotechnics, kill that, deal 1 to him, attack for 2. Or I can drop Stampeding Elk Herd, leave both back. Not getting maximum value from this Pyrotechnics. Epic Confrontation can't kill my Stampeding Elk Herd, but Epic Confrontation plus Tread Upon can definitely kill something. But he's only got 3 cards left in hand. He would have to have both of those to make that play. I think I probably just drop Stampeding Elk Herd and pass. I think that's probably the best. I think he likely attacks with his Manifest, which I guess I can block, actually. Even Tread Upon, he'd have to trade it. Okay, we're still in pretty good shape here. I mean, he's at formidable now, but we still have pyrotechnics to kill his beast breaker, I guess. If I draw blue mana, I can just bounce his board too, which is pretty nice. There's white. That gives us Tarka Monument mana, though, which is pretty good. I think we probably just Pyrotechnics the Beast Breaker, swing with Elk Herd. Seems correct. The reason I'm doing this is now that we have the Monument, it's much more aggressive. So he'd have to double block to kill our Elk Herd, and even if he swings back on me, having the Monument, like we threaten lethal next turn with Monument, and we'll have Formidable. And that's assuming he swings with stuff. Okay, so now he's got a 5/5. Starting to get pretty risky position here. That's cool. Doesn't bounce his 5/5 though. So if I swing with Stampeding Elk Herd and Monument, the issue is if he has a fight spell, we just die. I think the safest play is to just swing with the Monument. I still feel like he's almost assuredly got Tread Upon. I mean, it could have been he was just attacking into our guy with a Center Soul, but it doesn't make sense. Unfortunately, Profaner bounce or exploiting Stampeding Elk Herd is not good enough. So I could activate Monument, threaten lethal. He just chump blocks. He fights. He kills me. I don't like that play. But do I force him to have it, or am I going to be better geared just sort of waiting? I don't know. I actually don't know the answer to that. I could just swing Monument, leave these two back, and that way if he's got a fight spell, I can chump block and live. But I'm still taking 5, and I still don't threaten lethal. I feel like I have to threaten lethal here and force him to chump and make him have a fight spell. But, okay, so wait. If he's got trample, say he swings with both, he treads upon his 5/5. He tramples over for 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's still short of lethal. Oh, but if he's got fight where I feel like we're dead either way, I'm going to be hurting too bad. I think we're just going to activate Monument. And swing with Elk Herd and Monument. At least we get Formidable, so we trample over. And he does have to block, so there is that. So I think he probably just chumps the Scavenger and takes 7 if he's got... That's probably his best play, because then if he has the fight spell, he just kills us. Yeah, so I think his best play is Scavenger blocks Stampeding Elk Herd. He takes 7, and then we live through a Tread Upon. We don't live through fight. We don't live through a fight card. So we don't live through Epic Confrontation. We do live through a Tread Upon. Barely, but we do. Because 7 trample, yeah, we take 4, 5, 6, 7. So we go to 1 if he's got tread upon, which I suspect he does. Oh, okay. I really don't mind the trade, because that just tells me he can't afford to take the damage. Oh, okay. It was Epic Confrontation was, I see, manifested. All right. All right. So if he tread upons, he kills my Scale Guard Sentinel. If he, I can live through tread upon though. Um, the thing is, I threaten lethal on crackback if he doesn't have a creature. So I'm tempted to not block here. But if I take 5 and I don't find something lethal next turn, I'm just going to die to... All right, I think I force him to play tread upon here. The problem is, yeah, like he has to not have to... He has to not have a creature follow-up for me to just want to take the damage. Because if he has a creature follow-up, then it's pointless that I kept my Scale Guard Sentinel alive. I think I have to force him to play tread upon. So he's going to tread upon. We're going to take 4 damage. We're going to go to 4. I probably have to leave up a Tarka Monument. So I can block next turn. Hoping he doesn't have another follow-up, but I guess he could. Yeah, sadly he did, and it's a really good one. Oh, I guess he's still short of Formidable. Okay, so it's not the worst. Elkherd is pretty good draw. I guess we just snap that out. Oh, wait. No, we die, don't we? I needed to Profaner, but even if I did that, it would bounce his Scavenger. Yeah, I think I was dead either way, actually. If I played... The problem is, if I played Profaner, I could bounce his 2 guys, but he could just replay Scavenger, and I would have had to exploit my own guy, so he would have buffed this to a point where it was lethal, so I didn't really have a choice there. Now I guess I just have to fake like I have something, but he just has to attack us and we die. So it turned out if I didn't block with the Sentinel, I took the tread upon. He did have a creature follow-up. I still think we would have died. No attacks. That might have possibly given us the game. Let's see. I go Profaner. Bounces board. Sacking the Elkherd. Avatar of the Resolute follow-up. I definitely did not want to attack first. If I did that, there's a good chance he trades off something. So now we play Avatar and pass. This way we've got just really good threat count, and he's limited on his resources. So I think we kill him here. He's got to play 2 creatures, and he's going to have to chump block just to live. And since I think the ace in the hole is the fact that Avatar's got trample, to be honest, because he only has the 2/2s actually. I don't even think he has to play 2 creatures here. Okay, so he can live, but actually he can't live because it is, once again, it's trample for the win. Now we activate Monument, and there's no way for him to survive the Avatar trample. Is Hunt the Weak better? I don't think so. Cool. All right. So our opponent dropped the ball on that one. He could have killed us, but that's why you play it out, folks. That is why you play it out. Because your opponent might play around something needlessly and end up costing themselves the game, which is exactly what happened in this case. So our opponent played around. I don't know what he assumed I had, because I had my Monument and like 2 lands untapped, and I had an Elk Herd, and I was at 4 life, and he had 3 attackers, and he definitely had lethal. But I think I had like 1 card in hand, the Profaner, maybe 2. So he played around like a trick that I didn't have, and ended up costing himself the game. So, all right, pretty amazing, these 2 matches, considering the round 1 screw up I had, and then my opponent basically just completely dropped the ball, not capitalizing on that huge mistake I made. All he had to do was double block the 6 toughness dude with his 2/3 power first strikers. And then in round 2, my opponent had lethal and didn't kill us. So pretty amazing that we walked out of these with victories in that way. All right, we'll see you in round 3.